Hi guys, today I'm going to show you how I create entity relationship diagrams on the fly for presentations without having to open SQL Server Management Studio. So this is the app that I use most often. It's draw.io, and this is a free online diagram software. You can use it to create flow charts and just general chart. And my favorite is being able to use it to create entity relationship diagrams. So as you can see here, you can select the diagram from under the entity relationship tab, and then you can edit the information in there to suit your requirement. So I'm just going to demonstrate to you how I use this on the fly to create very quick entity relationship diagrams. Then here you have to remember that it doesn't store any data at all. It's just used to represent how the data model is going to look like. So once I get my tables here, you can just go ahead and edit this text in there. So I'm gonna call this supplier table, and this is my transactions table. Okay, and you have primary keys. If you have foreign keys, you can just specify foreign key here beside it. So this is more like a foreign key for your table. Once you have the tables here, these are all relationships that you can use to represent your entity relationship diagram. Remember, entities are the tables and relationship are the linkage between them. So I'm going to use this one to many relationship to connect my dimension tables to my fact. There we go. Position it well. Okay, so I'm going to duplicate this relationship to connect to my fact table here. Okay, let me just reverse it here. There we go. So I have a relationship between my tables. These are my dimension and this is my fact. You can double click on the namings here to give it the name that you want, and it is that simple and easy, guys. Alternatively, if you want to use SQL code, the app allows you to write SQL code to create entity relationship table. So I've opened another page. I just clicked on the plus sign to open. You can delete it. So here I'll go to the plus sign up here, go to advanced, and I'll select SQL. So as you can see, it already gives you a head start. This will create a table called suppliers, and it has a primary key column which is supplier ID. And let me change this to Envasha. You can change it as you want to suit your preference. So I'll do that for this, and it has also created a customers table. I'll just go ahead and change this data type. And now I want to add one last table, which is my transactions table. So I will write my SQL code to create that table trans, and into rounded bracket, I'll supply the columns and data type for this table. So I'll say trans ID and try to make it follow the rule for a fact table. This is a fact table. So a fact table has a primary key. It's an integer. It's a not null plus primary key shouldn't contain nulls, and it's a primary. Okay, what are my measures? So I have quantity, which is an integer, and I have amount, which is also an integer. These are my measures. Now just gonna include foreign keys. Remember, a fact table must contain foreign keys of the associated dimension. Okay, so supplier ID is an integer, and customer ID is also an integer. And you can include the generate dimensions if you want. So invoice number is an envasure of length 20, and that's it. If you want to add audit information, you can go ahead and do that. This is a date time. There we go. So I will insert this query, and similar to what we had earlier, it has created tables for us. This is using SQL code. So all these tables are selected. Just click outside in the canvas and arrange your tables. These are foreign key. The supplier ID is a foreign key, so I'll just click on the box beside it and type foreign key in here. This is also foreign key. Because you want to use this chart as a for illustrations, you have to make sure that you have properly labeled them. These are your measures and the generate dimension and the audit information. After this, you can go ahead and drag in your relationship. Lastly, I'm gonna bring in my relationship to the customer table. Once you double click on the relationship, you can be able to type in a text to just describe what this relationship is for. So you can say foreign key relationship. Okay, just to label your relationship, you can do whatever you want with it. It's totally up to you. Once you're done, you can click on File to save your file in your OneDrive or Google Drive, wherever that you specified once you opened this drawer page. You can share it with your colleagues, or you can export it as a picture, a diagram. I'm not including grid, and you make it a transparent background if you want, which I think is really cool. So I'm gonna export this to my Google Drive. I'm gonna pick a folder. I have a folder in there called Draw.io. I'm going to select, and it has been saved in there. It's so handy. I can use it for presentations and illustrations. And so I wanted to show you guys in this quick video, and I hope you like it. If you do, feel free to subscribe to this channel, like this video, comment, whatever you want to do, and let me know if you have any ideas on what else you guys have been using to create entity relationship diagrams other than SQL Server Management Studio. Thank you so much for watching this video, and see you in my next one. Bye bye.